Good morning, everyone, and welcome into Local4’s 4 Things You Need to Know to start off your day. Today is Wednesday, January 14th. I'm Ian Mason. Let's go ahead and jump into some news. Mere moments before the legislature was set to vote on whether or not to expel Senator Dan McEwen of Amherst, the senator stood up and resigned, effective as soon as the session adjourned for the day.
This past year has humbled me. It requires reflection, listening, and learning. Accountability is not only acknowledging a mistake, but committing to grow from it. I take that responsibility seriously. With deep prayer and careful discernment, I've come to the decision that I am resigning my position at this time.
Senator Lenotsky from Hastings said in an interview with me that he sees both sides of the argument of the alleged misconduct by McEwen. Lenotsky, who also has a background in education, said that he is used to being held to a higher standard and that being an elected public official takes that to a whole new level.
When I was a teacher, I think either the principal or the superintendent would call me aside and say, you know, Mr. Lenotsky, we can't say those things. And I'd say, yes, sir, and salute and move on. But the public eye is less forgiving. It's, and everybody has the right or the ability at least to weigh in on what was said, what was done, regardless of the intent.
Lenotsky said that if it came to a vote, he planned to abstain from voting because he didn't feel like he could choose a side in the matter. Lenotsky added that he is glad that McEwen resigned so that McEwen's legacy wasn't being the first person ever expelled from the legislature after serving just one term in the body. And now that there is a vacancy, Governor Pillen will appoint someone to fill out the rest of the term. We don't know who that is yet, but Pillen should be announcing his pick later on today. We'll keep you updated on that and more. And a federal investigation in a Northeast Lincoln neighborhood sparking some outrage from bystanders and nearby residents, some of whom suspect it may have been an ICE raid. Here's everything we know so far. We have not confirmed ICE involvement, but we do know Homeland Security led the operation, serving a warrant at a home near 32nd and Orchard Streets. Our sister station's reporter on the ground said they saw agents in tactical gear identified as Homeland Security, the FBI, and U.S. Marshals. Lincoln Police and Nebraska State Patrol were also on the scene, saying that their role was limited to peacekeeping. Several neighbors and witnesses there believe multiple people were arrested. However, the reporter on the scene only witnessed one person being taken into custody. The video shows the moment the person was taken into custody with several dozen gathered nearby, protesting the operation as it unfolded late on Tuesday afternoon. We've reached out to the Department of Homeland Security, ICE, and the FBI's Omaha field office for more information, but have yet to receive a response. We'll continue to track this story and update you when we know more. And the doors at Lexington's Tyson beef processing plant aren't set to close officially until next week, but for many employees, the shutdown already starting. This was first reported on by News Channel Nebraska. They say hours are being cut, some jobs are being terminated early, and the effects are starting to be felt across the community. The plant is still operating with a limited capacity, with workers saying the slowdown started last week. Multiple workers say the company began cutting hours last Friday. Many said they saw their schedules cut in half, down to just 4 hours a day, while others were removed from the schedule entirely. The plant is expected to close next Tuesday. And temperatures today are going to remain relatively cool. We see our warmer temperatures right now with a high of about 40 overnight. We're going to see those temperatures continue to fall throughout the day. It's going to be a slow, steady fall. We might see 40 a little bit, but we're probably going to be into the 30s. The other thing to note is it's going to be really windy outside, so be prepared for that wind. And we are going to see lots of clouds throughout the day. Now, the wind and cloud theme is going to be coming up for a long time now, as we're going to be seeing those windy conditions Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, including very windy conditions on Friday. We're expecting wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour at this point, and they definitely could be stronger, so be prepared for that. Temperature-wise, we're going to see 40 today. That was our maximum from this morning. Then we're going to see Thursday max out around 55, but then a cold front comes on through Friday, bringing a slight chance, very, very slight chance of snow, but also very strong winds with it. Temperatures capping out just above freezing. Then Saturday, 22 is going to be the high. Low Sunday morning, 13, 43 on Sunday, then a low of 11 on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Then, of course, 32 is the high that day. Luckily, many kids don't have school, so you don't have to worry about walking to the bus stop in those cold temperatures, but man, it is going to be cold. And then, of course, we raise back up on Tuesday into the 50s as Mother Nature really does not know what she's doing this season. Thank you for watching Local4's 4 Things You Need to Know to start off your day. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Until then, have a great one.